you are suing Mr. Tellier for $3,599.
Yes.
You claim that you were driving on your way one day when you were abruptly rear-ended. And Mr. Tellier was not the one who rear-ended you, but when you got out and spoke to the driver, you learned that he was driving a work vehicle and that Mr. Tellier is his employer. So therefore, he should be responsible for the damages. You did everything you're supposed to do during an accident and ultimately got a quote of $3,600, $3,599, for the damages to your vehicle, but the defendant was displeased with that amount and so refused to pay. So you're here seeking compensation for the damages to your vehicle in the amount of $3,599.
Yeah.
Mr. Tellier, you don't believe that the plaintiff suffered
Not at all.
$3,999 of damages. You believe $2,000 would be a more appropriate quote, and when she asked you for the $2,000 in cash, you thought she was scamming you. Ms. Anderle, tell us what happened on this fateful day.
So I was driving home from work. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's like stop and go traffic. And I stopped with the traffic, and the driver behind me did not stop and ran into me.
We have a map of the collision. Let's go ahead and put that up. If you don't mind, just go over to the map and just kind of explain to us what's going on here.
So I'm the red car. Yeah. I mean, I just stopped with the traffic, and the guy behind me didn't stop.
And you were rear-ended?
I was rear-ended.
All right, go ahead and back, and then tell us what happened after that.
I got out of the car to get license insurance. I immediately took a picture of his license plate. And he didn't get out of the car. He didn't even get out. And I'm like, I need a picture of your license. And all he was saying is, my boss is going to kill me.
Okay.
My boss is going to be so upset. I'm like, okay, well, I just need your insurance and license, and you could leave, because I know that the police department doesn't come for a little, like...
For
yeah,
non-injury accidents. All right, Mr. Tellier, you were not at the scene of the accident.
No, I was not.
Okay, you don't know how fast anybody was going? You don't know how...
I do know because of the time of day, what the speed is over there. It's stop and go traffic.
You can't know. You cannot know for sure. You weren't there, and you didn't bring the driver.
The driver
but you weren't,
no.
excuse me, the driver is your employee, and you were not at the scene, so the only way you could know anything that happened is what somebody has told you or what you have surmised based on your experience and average traffic patterns, apparently.
I believe that all to be true, everything she said. They were stopped.
You
she
can't know that, you weren't there.
And then here, it's what she said on the phone to me,
All
and
right.
it's what my driver said.
This should go
right
a
off
lot more smoothly.
Yeah.
If you just answer my questions. You weren't there.
Okay, go
All
on.
right. So you get a call from your employee, and he says, and now I'm starting to understand a little bit why he was so afraid to call his boss.
He admitted to me right away. His story was they were at a light.
Right.
She started to creep up, and he took his foot off the brake and hit her.
Yeah.
When she called me the next day, she gave me the same story. So a 3 or 4 mile an hour accident is not doing $4,000 of damage to a $7,000 car.
Mr.
It's an
Tellier,
impossibility.
you may not know this, but we get this all the time. Small accidents, big damages, small accident, pretend big damages. So we're in a pretty good position to suss this kind of stuff out.
If you read the estimate line by line, Your Honor, you'll see there's stuff in there. She needs 3 windows. The picture she sent me, there's nothing wrong with the glass.
All right, we'll get there in a second. We'll get there in a second. Ms. Anderle, you agree that Mr. Tellier was immediately willing to pay?
Well, this is actually what happened. I got home, and 15 minutes later, the driver of the car called me. Okay. And I hear in the background Ronald saying, ask her if she'll let us pay out of pocket. So they asked me to
Is that true?
That might have been my brother. He sounds just like me, who is one of the executive project managers in the job. It wasn't me, but I was with that also. If I was there, I would have said that.
So you heard a voice with a similar accent.
And they asked me to not go through insurance if I would get a quote. So I got the quote. I sent it to him immediately. He didn't like it, so I'm like, let me go through insurance then. I don't want to go back and forth.
And the quote was for $35.99, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to let Judge Menser take us from there.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
You said in your answer to your complaint that Michelle had the option to go through my insurance company, but she chose not to.
She could have went that way, and I did. I was on the same page. I would have rather pay her without the insurance also. It was such a small accident.
Miss Anderle, is there another reason why you chose not to go through?
He does not have insurance.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You got to be honest here, sir.